So just a little quick update. So just a little quick summary about what the mission is about. I found this really good article on MIT Tech Review by Neil V. Patel. So he's basically just discussing the summary of the mission. So the landing, entry, descent, and landing, or EDL, it starts when the spacecraft enters the Martian upper atmosphere at around 20,000 kilometers per hour. Perseverance is protected by a heat shield and shell it's trying to get rid of as it lands on the surface of Mars. This is going to be taking place in the Jezreel Crater. So this is a former lake bed that's 3.8 billion years old. A river used to carry water into it and is at the river delta where sediments could have deposited preserved organic compounds and minerals associated with biological life. So this is all, I'm reading this all from Neil Patel's article on MIT Tech Review. And it looks like there's going to have 23 cameras on Perseverance to study the surface of Mars. So we have like close to 2 minutes. So I'm going to shut up and just watch. Man, look at all those people just grinding away. This is like many years of their lives working on this project. It's over $2.4 billion poured into this project.
We are 1 minute from entry interface. Perseverance. We're about 30 seconds from entry interface. Perseverance is going about 5.2 kilometers per second and is about 190 kilometers altitude above the surface of Mars. Confirm your jet data flow. 5 seconds from entry interface. 5.3 kilometers per second and an altitude of 150 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
So now it's entered the Martian atmosphere. Now you can see the little green triangle over there. That's the Jezreel Crater where it will hopefully try to land.
We have confirmation of entry interface. Perseverance is currently going 5.3 kilometers per second at an altitude of about 120 kilometers from the surface of Mars. Slow it down. Once there's enough atmosphere, it will start controlling its path to the landing target.
So this should take around like 5 minutes.
Also confirming that we can see a little bit of that slowdown of entered heading alignment, which means Perseverance is no longer trying to control the distance to Mars, to the target on Mars, but instead is flying straight to the target.
Straight to the target, that's what he said.
And 50 meters per second at an altitude of about 15 kilometers from the surface.
Camera was reporting good telemetry log.
The navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed and we are seeing significant deceleration in the velocity. Our current velocity is 430 meters per second at an altitude of about 12 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
My goodness.
Perseverance is now slowed to subsonic speeds and the heat shield has been separated. This allows both the radar and the cameras to get their first look at the surface. Current velocity is 145 meters per second at an altitude of about 9.5 kilometers above the surface.
It's literally 1 minute away from landing.
Yes.
Perseverance now has radar lock on the ground. Current velocity is about 100 meters per second, 6.6 kilometers of the surface.
That's a good sign. That means like the landing should go properly with the...
Perseverance is continuing to descend on the parachute. We are coming up on the initialization of terrain relative navigation, and subsequently the priming of the landing engines. Our current velocity is about 90 meters per second at an altitude of 4.2 kilometers. We have confirmation that the lander vision system has produced a valid solution and part of terrain relative navigation. We have priming of the landing engines. Current velocity is 83 meters per second at about 2.6 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have confirmation that the backshell has separated. We are currently performing the divert maneuver. Current velocity is about 75 meters per second at an altitude of about a kilometer off the surface of Mars.
Here on safety Bravo.
We have completed our terrain relative navigation. Current speed is about 30 meters per second, altitude of about 300 meters off the surface of Mars.
My goodness. That's
We
right.
have started our constant velocity accordion, which means we are conducting the sky crane, about to conduct the sky crane maneuver.
We've lost direct to Earth tones. As expected. As expected.
They said as expected. What does that mean?
Maneuver has started.
Wow.
20 meters off the surface.
It's literally being... Is that a touchdown?
We're getting signals from MRO.
That's a touchdown, right?
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the sands of past life.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
At this point, the descent stage has flown away to a safe distance. Perseverance is continuing to transmit direct through Mars Autonomous Orbiter to Earth.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. They call that the 7 minutes of terror. The entry, descending, the landing, making sure that the sky crane is working properly. Any part of the rover that gets broken in the process
Telemetry from the lander.
would totally ruin the mission. I mean, it's a huge risk that they took. Wow.
We're gonna wait for the images. Wow. This is so exciting. The team is beside themselves.
That's awesome.
We've just heard
That
the news
is-
that Perseverance is alive on the surface of Mars.
That is too cool. That is amazing. Thank you guys so much for witnessing my reaction to that.